Hello guys, hope you all are doing well. So, moving further with our LSVPN session, today we will look at how to configure the gateway side in LSVPN. So, as we discussed, this is basically our scenario in which we have one hub firewall that you can see over here and one satellite firewall, right? So basically today we will start with doing configuration on hub side of the firewall. So for this I'm using the same firewall acting as a portal as well as a gateway, right? So in the last session we configured the portal. You can look at that in my last video. For the gateway, we will do the configuration today. So to do that, first we need to give gateway name. So let's say we give it hub1 interface where the traffic would be terminating to set up a tunnel. In this case, it's our ETH1, so IPv4 only, and IP address of 1.1.1.2. Then on the authentication, we would need a SSL TLS profile here that we have already created in last session. Similarly, we would need a cert profile to be mapped. Then next, we need a configuration to be done for tunnel. We need one separate tunnel interface created here. In this case, we have created tunnel 1, and we need to define what IPsec parameters that needs to be created. So in this case, we are keeping it as a default here. Then under network settings, we need to mention the IP address pool that the satellite firewall would get the IP address from. So let's say in this case, we are mentioning 192.168.10.1 to 192.168.10.5. So that's the pool that we are mentioning, and access route you can mention as per your requirement. Here I'm sending a default route so that all the traffic from satellite would come to gateway firewall. Route filter, we need to check accept publish route so that whatever the routes that are sent by satellite firewall would be accepted by gateway. So we need to click yes, and then next we need to I'll quickly show you config for tunnel. We need to create one tunnel interface, provide them IP address. So basically it's a 10.1.1.1. Here on the gateway side we need to basically give the IP address in the same range of the tunnel. So it should be actually 10.1.1. Let's say 5 to 10.1.1.10. So that's the piece. And then secondly, we map the IPsec crypto profile which we use the default one. So basically in this case actually we need to understand that for authentication it uses SSL, and for the like phase 2 to encrypt the data it uses the IPsec in this case. So this is how actually LSVPN works. So once this configuration is done, we need to push validate commit quickly. Hmm. As the commit is successful, need to push commit. So the commit is completed. So once actually we configure the satellite firewall to reach to this portal, how it will work is the connection from the satellite firewall will come to portal, and on this portal basically we have either we add a serial number of the satellite firewall here, right? So that would say is that this satellite firewall would get this config and it should connect to these hub firewalls. So once the satellite firewall it goes to the portal, it gets the config and then it connects to the particular gateway. This is how actually the connection process work. So in next session actually we will look at what are the configuration that needs to be done on a satellite firewall to get the connections up. There are not really much configuration on satellite, but let's see in a next section what all the things we need to do for that. So that's all for this session. Thanks for watching. You have a good day. Thanks. Bye.